In the past 48 hours, Israeli attacks on Gaza have resulted in 69 Palestinian deaths and 212 injuries, as reported by Gaza's health ministry. This brings the total casualties in Israel's ongoing war on the enclave to at least 40,334 dead and 93,356 wounded. Amid these developments, a Hamas delegation led by senior official 𝐒𝐭𝐨𝐬 has arrived in Cairo to receive updates on the ongoing ceasefire talks. However, the delegation is not expected to participate directly in the negotiations. Meanwhile, Israel's military has issued new orders for residents to evacuate neighborhoods in northern Gaza as intense attacks continue across the territory. The humanitarian situation is worsening, with a UN official highlighting that Palestinian children are paying the heaviest price, facing critical aid shortages and rising malnutrition. In a significant legal move, the chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court (ICC) has urged judges to urgently rule on his request for arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and others involved in the war on Gaza. ICC prosecutors believe there are reasonable grounds to hold Netanyahu and several Hamas leaders criminally responsible for alleged war crimes and crimes against humanity. Pakistan's federal government is reviewing terms with Chinese Independent Power Procedures (IPPs) to address taboo profiling and transition to local coal. Power Minister Awais Leghari stated that shifting to local coal could save over Rs 200 billion annually and reduce electricity costs. This review is part of broader reforms sought by China and the IMF for Pakistan's power sector. A government spokesperson for legal affairs, Barrister Akhil Malik, has hinted that former Prime Minister Imran Khan's cases related to the violence on May 9 last year might be transferred to military courts. Meanwhile, violence has surged in Balochistan with a market blast in Pishin district, killing 2 children and a woman and injuring 13 others. The explosion, likely caused by a planted motorcycle bomb, highlights the recent increase in attacks linked to the Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan. The Counter-Terrorism Department and Bomb Disposal Squad are investigating the incident. Russia and Ukraine have conducted a significant prisoner exchange, with each side releasing 115 prisoners of war. The exchange was mediated by the United Arab Emirates, marking the 7th such effort by the UAE this year. According to the UAE's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the total number of captives exchanged through its mediation now stands at 1,788. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky confirmed that among the 115 Ukrainian prisoners returned from Russia were members of the National Guard, Armed Forces and Navy. He highlighted that 82 of them had defended Mariupol in 2022 before it fell under Russian control. Meanwhile, Russia confirmed the release of 115 of its servicemen who were captured during Ukraine's ongoing cross-border incursion into the Kursk region. This exchange comes shortly after Ukraine's bold incursion into Russia's Kursk region, one of the most significant cross-border attacks since the war began in 2022. Despite the incursion, Russia continues to make advances in eastern Ukraine. Zelensky, in a video address on Ukraine's 33rd Independence Day, warned that Russia would face retribution for its actions, asserting that what the enemy brought to our land has now returned to his home. In parallel to these developments, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen praised Ukraine's rapid progress towards European Union membership. In a video message, she stated that Ukraine's fight for freedom and security is also a fight for Europe, and reaffirmed the EU's unwavering support for Ukraine. Ukraine became an official candidate for EU membership in June 2022, and the first round of formal accession negotiations took place earlier this year. Police in Germany are searching for a suspect after a mass stabbing at the Festival of Diversity in Solingen on Friday night left 3 people dead and 8 injured. The attack occurred around 9:40 p.m. during celebrations marking the city's 650th anniversary. Thousands were gathered at a central square when an unidentified man attacked multiple people with a knife, killing 2 men and 1 woman. Authorities have detained 1 person but are still investigating their connection to the stabbing. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz called on the perpetrator to be swiftly caught and punished. Interior Minister Nancy Faeser expressed deep shock and assured that security forces are doing everything to apprehend the attacker. Police have warned residents to report any suspicious activity and not to take action themselves. The motive for the attack remains unclear, and police are urging witnesses to come forward with any information.